Hello everybody, Cam S here, and today we are going to be reviewing the Ravin R10 Crossbow. And before we get started, I would like to point out my new series, Chasing Tales. It is going to be the journey start to finish this season of hunting. We already have 2 episodes up of just the preparation for this season. There may be one more episode before we actually get out in the woods, but if that interests you at all, hit that subscribe button below and go watch those 2 videos that I already have up if you haven't already. Now let's start this unboxing. So this is actually my dad's crossbow, and I'm just gonna try to go over everything that is with it right now. So I'm not sure if it was in the box, tagged up with the actual bow itself, so I'm gonna try to describe it as best as possible. First thing is this tag, which I assume was on the crossbow itself. If you want to pause that right now and see all the specs to this bow, this one is the R10, so this is the one we're reviewing, and then all the other information in there, if I can get that to focus real quick. So if you want to pause it at either one of those, you can do so. Just a little bit of information on it. Came with a Ravin sticker. If you register your Ravin crossbow, you get a free hat. And then, of course, the instruction manual. And now we open the scope up. And I'm not sure what kind of scope, if it's just a Ravin scope. Comes with the mounts, of course, and I guess we just have the bow left. I forgot the sling for the bow, but this is the bow itself. It is not very wide. I believe it says it is 10.5 inches uncocked and only 6 inches cocked. So only 6.8 pounds. Might be a bad idea reviewing this because I may want to use it this season instead of my compound bow if I like it too much. So hopefully it's not a bad idea reviewing this. It comes with 3 bolts with practice field tips on them, the quiver, and then this part just pops right out of the next to the quiver here, and that's just how you cock or uncock the bow. So this is the crossbow's scope that comes with it. It has 20 yards all the way up to 100 yards on it, and just a little reminder to keep your fingers down, which I thought was pretty cool. And if this thing can actually shoot up to 100 yards, I would be very impressed. It would seem kind of crazy to shoot a bow that far, just because I'm so used to using compound bow. But I'm going to follow the instruction manual to make sure I do this right. The first step is to put on the scope. So now we have to level the actual limbs to make sure they're level with the scope after I put it on, to make sure I did it alright. The limbs are level. And the scope is level, so it looks like I did a pretty decent job just doing it by eye. Now the next step is to just adjust this right here to the speed of the bow according to the manufacturer, which is 400. Alright, so I think the scope is properly mounted. I just need to put the sling on real quick, and then we should be ready to shoot. There's just a little notch right here. Tighten that up all the way. Then there's one more notch at the bottom. And I think we're all set to go shoot it. Okay, to load it, you keep it in a safe direction, and crank it up just a little bit towards yourself, and then push this thumb button in. Then you can take your tool off real quick. It will stop spinning in circles. Then drop this down right here, make it click. You can let go of the thumb button now, start cranking, pushing forward away from yourself. And once it stops making the clicking noise, it is fully engaged. Now we'll take you over to the table to show you how to put the arrow in. I forgot to mention to obviously make sure it is in safe before you start cranking it back. Now with the arrow, you take the odd color, put it down, up the string, put it in the slot until you can feel that click where the knock goes in. Back the camera up a little bit and we're ready to shoot. So I have it loaded now. I am starting at only 10 yards because I don't want it to be way all over the place and shoot the bolt way off. And this is my very first time shooting a crossbow, I believe. I don't know if I've ever shot one before. So we're starting at 10 yards. Holy crap. It's a little high, but we're also at 10 yards, so I might back it up to 20 and see, because I shot it at the 20-yard mark, so. Well, that kicked a lot more than I thought it would. I did end up adjusting it a little bit and leaving it at 10 yards just to make sure. And it's still high to the right, so we need to move down quite a bit and left about 2 inches. Let's see how good it is after my adjustments. And it's even higher. Can show you guys how to cock it one more time now that I'm getting the hang of it. Push forward, away from yourself. Push the engage button on the back with your thumb. And you can get the tool out, push it all the way forward, click in, release your thumb, crank, until the clicking stops. Take your tool out. Remember to make sure your safety's on before you do all that. Put the arrow in through the top, or the bolt in through the top. Click. Now you're ready to fire. That one was to the right a little bit, so we need to adjust it to the left. And I don't think I'm going to adjust the height anymore. I don't think I'm going to adjust the height anymore because it is at 10 yards instead of 20. So I'll back it up to 20 and see how it goes there. That looked pretty dead center. We are set up at 55 yards right now. Hello everybody, thank you for sticking around until the end. I did not plan on making this a two-part segment thing, but I'm editing it right now and there is a lot of footage because I end up taking this up to 100 yards and shooting it then, and it's just, I had so many adjustments that I had to make in the beginning and it just kind of clogged up the video. There's so many footage I haven't even put in this first half that I could have put in. I just chose not to try to narrow it down to make it all in one part, but I could not do that. So come back for part 2. I will give you a little bit of a review of it right now. I really think this bow is actually pretty cool. I personally, if I was in the market for a crossbow, I would definitely use this, but I still want to use my compound bow just for that. I don't know. It's just a goal for me to shoot some more big deer with my compound bow, so I'm gonna stick with that for right now, but you may see me use this crossbow, this series of chasing tails, if I decide to take it out for a doe or something, or if the big buck keeps standing out 35-40 yards and I don't feel comfortable shooting my compound bow that far, I can take my dad's crossbow out one night. But overall, it's a very nice bow, and you're gonna have to come back for part 2 to see the results of the 100-yard shot. I was very impressed with that, so come back for part 2. It should be, I believe, September 29th, so come back for part 2. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry it is a 2-part series. I was not planning on that at all, but sometimes that's just how things work sometimes. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button below. Check out some Chasing Tails videos, and thank you for watching.